For the Record Podcast, we back in the building. You already know the Rockstar DJs. I go by Mizzy, the Rockstar DJ.
K-Player.
Excuse me, K-Player. We switching orders this week.
Gotta jump out there.
Okay.
K-Player in this thing. I'm not from.
We going random this week with Rockstar DJ You Holla. We
you know what it is, the Rockstar DJ D Money.
Well, I guess K-Player is the only not Rockstar DJ.
Yeah, apparently.
You know, I'm glad y'all finally getting the point. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas finally doing it right after all this time.
The point is, I am Rockstar DJ K-Player, not the Rockstar
well, let
DJ
me know
K-Player.
when you are the
I am Mizzy, the
DJ,
Rockstar DJ.
Thank you.
I'm the Rockstar DJ.
Thank you.
Oh, all of a sudden.
That's right.
Hey,
all of a sudden.
Squad.
Yeah. Whole lot of gang shit.
Yeah, clearly.
Hey, we appreciate everybody who rocking with us. As always, I got to check in with my brothers first, though. How was everybody's week?
Yo, another crazy week. What was up with this
I
snow?
don't want to hear from you, bro.
Really right. Everybody but
D Money.
And shutting up right now in 3, 2, 1.
You know?
Hey, D Money did a lot of fucking events. Make sure you follow him on everything social. You can go party with him all week long.
Yeah.
Because he's always doing something.
Yeah. One of those cats, if you want to get out the house, just hit up D Money. He doing something. And it's always some cool shit, too. It's like, man, I feel special.
And if I'm not doing nothing, just hit me because we can find something to do.
Right.
For real.
Well, me personally, I did my normal day job, quote unquote, day gigs. Also did a fundraiser gig, which was dope.
Nice.
You know.
You giving back to the community.
Hey, I got a plaque and everything. You know what I'm saying?
You got a plaque?
I saw you had a certificate and it said DJ K-Player.
Yeah.
I didn't read the rest of it. I was like, that's getting certificates.
Yeah, that was for a fundraiser I did, which was pretty dope for the kids.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't do a damn thing. I went back to work.
How was that?
Anyways, not to incriminate myself, I went back to work, but on a good note, you know what I'm saying? I got hooked. I got hit up for some upcoming private events or whatever. So hopefully the bank account about to look real nice. Plus I did my taxes, so in this thing.
When that check don't hit though,
I'm hoping my taxes come in before the first, cause man,
boy,
I need that right on time. Now they gonna come in after the first, but I'm a sure spend it when I get it.
That's what's. Hey man, I got the 2 little ones at home, man. That's a tax credit by itself.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But this is gonna be the first year with my son. He was born in January, so I'm kind of mad at him that I just missed it for last year. Because if he was born on like December 31st, we'd have been great. I'd be like, secure the bag, son. That's what I'm talking about. But either way, man, this is gonna be a good year.
Whole lot of tax shit.
But me myself, I had a good week, man. Man, I need to change my priorities. That's what it comes down to.
Why you say that?
Because I've been drinking every night since Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Literally. And I'm not talking about I had a glass of champagne or wine. No, man, I've been doing this.
Been going in.
Yes. All right, so I went to the UNLV game. Shout out to the Running Rebels alumni.
Yo, they got they ass whooped.
Hey, so I went to the Fresno State game on Wednesday night, though.
Yeah.
So I had like a comp to get in the backstage, and we had free food, free drinks. So got twisted doing that, man. It was all bad.
So when
we barely paid attention to the game. Long story short,
he goes in a booth. He don't get regular tickets in the skybox.
It was VIP. It's different.
When have you ever heard backstage at a basketball game?
Right.
Hey,
backstage.
Hey,
2 tickets to the skybox.
I'm gonna need y'all to level up, man.
Backstage at the basketball game.
I didn't even know there was a backstage. God damn.
He the only one that got that snap.
Hey, what was you in the locker room?
I was far from the court.
Right.
The skybox.
I was nowhere near the court. Yeah, UNLV got washed again, even though they was favored by 5.5 points, man. So either way, it wasn't about them; it was about the drinking. And so,
most important.
That's what I was like. I'm just here for the drinks, period. So, did that Thursday, same shit. Friday, stepped out. Whatever. So, anyway, so I'm glad to be here with y'all once again. Be doing this once again with drinks.
You hit Fat Tuesdays?
So. Nah, it's been a minute since I've been to Fat Tuesday, honestly.
Oh, okay.
It's too cold for that, man. It was snowing this week.
Never too cold. It was snowing this week, but it's never too cold for Fat Tuesdays.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all why we on this Fat Tuesday subject.
Easy, what?
Whenever I run into somebody that know all of us,
yes,
and somebody brings up Fat Tuesday, they always like to credit D Money with being like the ambassador of Fat Tuesday.
Wait.
And I think it's because he posts about being at Fat Tuesday more. which I get, but I'm pretty sure I hit Fat Tuesday.
All right, you know
more
what?
than D-Money.
You know what?
I don't know about
K
I'm
player.
gonna say that.
K player. I'm gonna say this. Since you want your credit, you get it, okay?
No,
all right,
it ain't about having credit.
that's exactly what it is.
No, you're right. It's about credit.
Yeah, that's all this is.
You
See,
right.
you and that other fool that ain't here, Shitty Boy, aka Diddy Boy, y'all
That's
are the ones that put me on the Fat Tuesdays. Matter of fact, y'all are the ones that started my life to spiral downhill.
I'll take credit for that. For
yeah,
sure.
exactly. Because before I met y'all, I never drank.
I don't know, but when it comes to me, all the ladies seem to.
You know what? Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I just had to bring up that cockfest y'all just had just now about.
wait, hold on, what?
Yeah, what?
What? Double what?
Anyway,
Double pause.
all I'm saying
Back to
is,
K player.
Not to say I started it.
No, you started.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was me or Malik, but I'm pretty sure Malik started the Fat Tuesday
Malik
thing.
didn't start shit. It was you and that damn shitty boy.
Me and Diddy?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, currently speaking,
Mm-hmm.
I probably hit Fat Tuesday more than you.
No,
but
you
everybody
hit it way
think,
more.
Okay.
Everybody think you hit it
Okay.
more.
No, okay, my ass. No, we gonna finish this shit.
No, we off of Fat Tuesdays.
No.
We're gonna actually jump into some topics now
Okay.
because
All right, let's stick on point.
we all like Fat Tuesdays. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah,
okay?
no, that we do.
How about
Fat
that?
Tuesdays.
44
Rockstar
Magnum.
DJs, Fat
Yes.
Tuesdays go together.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we get the employee discount. Thank you.
Hey,
Fat
hey,
Tuesdays.
hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Hey, a lot of gang shit.
Hey, you know
Doing
that
a
shit
lot
ain't
of
real,
gang
right?
shit.
You know, you really know employee
shit is
discount.
I'd
really
have
Just look it
no
up.
idea what D Money was talking about.
Well,
I
I know,
don't
and I
get
thank y'all.
That's
No
not
type of
supposed to be
discounts.
public knowledge.
Well,
right?
it is now.
Anyway, so we're gonna move on to our first topic. Blac Youngsta dropped the album 223. Who listened?
I partially listen.
I did not listen at all.
I listened like to the first 3 or 4 tracks. And
Okay, so I
Music-
don't know anyone who listened to the whole album.
Definitely listen.
I will
really
get to it.
take though.
I
you
was
know.
busy, but
I
I
feel
tried.
I mean, with these like, I mean, this Blac Youngsta. I mean, I don't really rock with him, honestly. You know,
You
so
don't?
I don't. I mean, I don't miss. Just because everybody else like an artist, don't mean I gotta like them
I
too.
mean, I understand
Yeah,
that point,
so-
but this is Blac Youngsta.
I'm
Like,
usually
Blac
the
Youngsta.
opposite too. Like I don't. If everybody is rocking with
I
somebody,
mean, saying it's
usually
Blac
don't, but yeah.
Youngsta don't really say too much, but
I mean, it says everything. Like this nigga's great. Like he don't give a
is
shit
great.
about nothing.
I saw his booty video, which is
Did you see
hilarious.
that masterpiece?
that video
It's not a
is
masterpiece.
I can appreciate. See, it reminded me of like Ludacris stand
Thank
up.
you. That's what I was about to say. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so I can appreciate
Definitely.
the video for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
'cause
So
I
it's
thought
like
it
a
was dope.
stand-up video, but like in a strip club kind of scene. So if for those people who have not seen it, he's like this little guy who's like six inches tall,
Yes.
and he's in a strip club. So you can imagine what like the booty looks like
Right.
at the strip club at 6 inches tall. So I mean, it was like a funny video. It was entertaining and everything. I mean, I personally enjoyed the video, but
Yeah.
not because of the lyrics. So if you're listening to the album, you're not watching the video at the same time. So if you're just listening to the words and listening to the lyrics, like to me, it's just kind of like it's okay. It's mediocre. I
But
mean,
who listens to Blac Youngsta for the lyrics? Like
I do. I listen to everybody for the lyrics.
There's
if
no
it's an
lyrics.
audio only, what else are you listening to?
There's
must
no
be-
lyrical
you
content
must-
to Blac Youngsta whatsoever.
You must be greatly disappointed these days.
Saying if it is audio only,
There is
what
no
else are you listening
lyrical.
to?
When
That's a
I
good point.
pop in Blac Youngsta, the last thing I'm trying to do is get some
Yeah, exactly.
conscious
See,
thought
that's the thing.
from
Like
Blac
he's the
Youngsta.
type of cat you listen to
I
when you
can't-
don't feel like thinking. It's like watching like a silly comedy on TV because you just want to go home and just watch something that you don't really got to pay
and
attention
that
to.
is great, Blac Youngsta. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and I'm glad that exists because I don't want everything
need
to be
balance.
serious. I don't
Right,
want
we need
everything to
balance.
feel like I'm watching CNN.
He
You know what I mean?
definitely tilts the scale to the other side.
Well, look, I
For
actually
sure.
listened to the album, and it was actually a surprise for me. I didn't expect it to be as dope on the how can I put it, on the club banger side as
Okay.
I thought. Like it was like I put it in, I felt
What
like
track is that? Because I only got to about track 4 because I mean he got like
all
some
of them
dope
up
club
until the
bangers on
last
it.
track. The last track was I don't know what that was. It was like no, it was like if you go straight to the last track, it was like I don't know. It was not what I was expecting. Like that was like some super creative, out of the box, didn't fit in with the rest of the album. But everything outside of that was like dope ass like bangers. You know what I'm saying? As far as Memphis goes and Yo Gotti, you know, Moneybag Yo, along those lines, they all pull out bangers. They all pull out dope ass mixtapes.
True.
I expected from the song Booty. I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know if y'all liked Hip Hopper.
The
Hip
Hip
big
hop was
booty.
cool.
Hip
I
Hop was
wasn't
cool,
super
but all
feeling
his things,
hip-hopper.
all his music is like animated to me. So I expected the album to be
Yeah.
along those lines, and it was actually more of like, all right, cool. Like I can go to the strip club and play like 90% of this album, and it's like
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting
and that's
that,
the need for it though. Like the need
Right.
for music like this is for the strip club. Like heavy bass lines don't really make no sense. Just like ignorant, drunk, like not serious type of music.
Just having fun.
Yeah, which is it's cool for that. It's cool for that. But if you ask me like how did I like the album? Me personally, I didn't like it. I know what the use for it is. I know where to play that. I know the right scene for it.
We just had this fucking conversation last episode. You got to put everything in its fucking category.
Yeah. You gotta grade it from its perspective.
Yes, I'm not saying.
All right, then
ask
me, is this a dope strip club album then? All right, fire. It's a fire ass strip club album. Do I like it? No, I don't.
I thought that went without saying, but okay, I'll take it.
Look, all I would say is I'm like an old boy off of Boomerangs. Magnifique. More.
All right, so Ms. you would say it's worth listening to. You listen to the full
if you
thing.
want to turn up, if you going out to the club, you want to get in that mode.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got a young bitch in the car. You got some strippers, some hoes. I mean, I don't know.
If you want to go, blow a bunch of money at a strip club.
Hold on. Matter of fact, before, because I'm being very stereotypical.
Yes.
If you got some young white bitches, you could probably turn this shit on and they will go crazy.
Did you say young white bitches?
Yes, I did, because they like are the leader of. If you don't know.
Shout out to young white bitches.
Hey, this is Mizzy
Mac. Mizzy Mac does not represent what Hugh Holla thinks or feels. This is my little disclaimer.
Or K-Play. That's Mizzy talking.
He stands on his own.
In case you listening to the audio only version.
Shirt on, but he's his own man.
I take back white bitch. All right, look. If you a young, pretty bitch, they usually trap out harder than.
Why they gotta be bitches though?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
They're bitches because I don't know their name personally.
Can we say employees?
See,
if
that's
you
the shit
are
I'm
a
talking
young
about.
female
Oh my God, you just
who likes hip
just
hop
stop.
music, they usually trap out harder than hardcore niggas that I know.
All right, here we go. Blac
Eject.
Youngsta album, 1 to 5 stars.
Oh, come
From
on.
what you heard.
Depend on my ranking scale, I would give it a 3.5
Okay.
for the
What?
top for the trap
Out of
album.
5.
Yes, out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
fine.
okay.
Jeez.
You okay?
Nah, because he was just picking it up, talking over his.
Oh, you thought it was like out of 10?
Yeah, I thought it was out of 10.
I could have sworn I
Like, he
said
just
5.
contradicted. All right, go ahead. my bad.
3.5 on the turn up scale. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
We need a ranking system.
Definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? So
But you gotta figure out the categories first, because you can't put everything everywhere.
That's a whole nother episode.
But we can't do like 3.5 mic. Like we need 3.5 mics, but our version. You know what I'm saying?
right. But yeah,
You got 3.5.
3.5 on the turn up.
1 to 5 Fat Tuesdays.
3.5.
Just know 5 Fat Tuesdays is lit.
Right.
Ain't no coming back from that, man. Like, you,
3.5.
yeah, you lit.
That's like
3.5
tricking
deaths,
2
you know what I'm
deaths in
saying?
one.
Yeah.
So moving on, while we talking about music, let's get into this streaming. We haven't touched streaming too much. So I want to talk about how streaming music affects the effects that it has on albums and singles.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, obviously now it's a single driven industry.
Most definitely.
People like Pitbull will never put out an album ever.
Again.
Well, I don't know.
in
Does he? I think he does put out albums.
Nah, Pitbull don't put out albums.
Puts out
bro.
whole albums.
Yeah, he put out albums, but you don't never
like once every 5 years.
Well, yeah. He put out way more singles.
Yes.
Like Flow Rider's the same too, though.
Yes.
Probably not as of late.
Hey.
No,
Shout
I mean,
out to the homie
nobody
Flow
say
Rider.
nothing
Yeah,
about
oh,
Flow.
God.
Okay. Nobody say nothing about Flow.
D Money not trying to fuck up his plug.
Yeah, right. Here D Money go.
Yeah, damn it. Strong arm.
Here we go.
No, I'm
That's
not
right.
saying that negatively. Just these days, you
No, I know
don't
you wouldn't.
necessarily have to put out full length albums
B.
to be relevant.
I
Facts.
feel like you only need to. I feel like you only want to put out an album if you take your craft seriously. Like if you want to be remembered long term in this game, you put albums together.
I wouldn't say that.
I would agree.
I feel that way now.
I
Hey,
would
how could
say-
you really say that though when the fact is like albums being put out is a thing of the past though, and like this like streaming thing is more new. So like long term, we don't know where stuff is gonna stand because
But that's
dropping singles might be what the move is long term though.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I feel like only people who drop albums is who take themselves seriously. Like, I'm going to be in this game long term, so I want something. Because singles, yeah, you're going to make the most money off of it, and you're going to get streamed, but that single is definitely...
You're going to get tours, you're going to get recognition.
Yeah, but I'm saying that single is not going to necessarily be remembered. As far as if you put out an album, that's
anything. Like, see, if you ask me, I think it's just going to get worse before it gets better. As far as, like, music being released, like as far as people's memory goes, because you can remember songs from the past where there wasn't like this whole scene of singles being dropped every day. Like, I mean, we are all DJs, right?
Yeah.
So how big is your inbox just full of music that you still waiting to listen to at this point?
Or haven't heard. I'm sorry for
and
everybody
you think it's gonna get better before it gets
boy.
worse? You think like, oh, this is gonna be a classic album because it's in your inbox? Or like, to me, I think eventually, like, all of this is gonna hit the fan. Eventually, everybody is just gonna be releasing music so quick that nobody's gonna remember anything that dropped.
Well, I mean, we damn near already there. Yeah, we already
no. But yeah, we're there now. But if you ask me, I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
So do y'all still want to see albums?
Yes.
I don't care.
I think so
I don't care.
So we got a yes, we got a I don't care. How you feel?
For me personally, I feel like the only time an album makes sense, or thinking for in the future, the only time an album would really make sense is if it's a conceptual album.
Okay, that makes sense.
Whether it be like a continuous storyline, kind of like what Kendrick did, or whether it's working with a single producer to create one sound for this particular album, so like some type of collaboration project or something like that. Whatever it is, if it's a collaboration album, it definitely makes sense. But if not, on the flip, if you just dropping singles, as long as you got a fire ass single every year, at least one, you win the game.
Who's dropping albums though? Like, who's dropping
Drake,
full length albums?
Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj.
But I mean,
a lot of people still putting out albums.
Well, yeah.
I mean, okay, they're putting out albums, but who's picking them up? Who's buying albums? Like, yo, I got to go pick up this new album.
I bought Kendrick's albums.
People are buying songs. Yeah, Kendrick's different.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's like real niche. He's real niche because like his songs, when you listen to his album, every track flows to the next track.
That's what I'm saying. It's conceptual.
It makes sense, but how many people are doing that though? That's kind of unique. Like with Kendrick.
Nah, that's not unique with Kendrick. I feel like that's unique for the people who are on top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those are people who drop albums are people who take themselves serious enough to be like, I'm gonna be here 20 years from now.
Well, I'll say this. I feel like everybody is trying to put out those type of projects where they feel like what they're doing is gonna make sense. I just think some people miss the mark.
I mean, but some people albums, it seems like to me, if I listen to an album, I want to be able to know that this album has sonically something different than the last album, whether it's content, whether it's how it was produced, how it flows, whatever. I need to listen to this album and know that it's different than the last album. And that's why, like, I'll set Kendrick as the bar because to me, each of his albums was different like that. Like, he put out an album about himself, kind of, you know what I'm saying, which was his first album. And then he put out an album about growing up in the hood of Compton and seeing what he saw, which was the second album, which was Mad, you know. So you got Section 80.
Mad City.
Yeah, Section 80 was like about himself, like introspective, I would say.
Section 80, amazing.
Definitely. And then Good Kid, Mad City was not about himself, but about his city and him growing up and being an outsider to the gang violence, but growing up and still being attached to it.
Exactly.
And then his third album was about the culture, right? So I feel like every album he's kind of growing to.
Okay, but I think we all agree that like Kendrick is winning as far as the album.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
that's why I say that's why they're still relevant. Like, if you can do, obviously everybody ain't gonna be able to do it to that magnitude, but if you are able to put out a conceptual album, I think you still win it. Like, I mean, it's the same thing. Like we touched on it before.
But is that the only way to win nowadays?
No, I mean, it's definitely not the only way to win. My whole thing is what I'm saying. Long-term people who take themselves seriously enough to, I'm gonna be around for X amount of years, they put together albums. Not only singles. I feel like a lot of people now, the younger generation, come up when they put out singles, is to make money. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna put out the single. It's gonna get 50 million views and I'm gonna make money off
I'ma
it. Then I'm
cash
gonna
out
drop
real quick.
another one and so on and so forth. Like I don't really
Some
need to put out an
albums is
album.
all singles. If you listen to the album, it's all the singles that you've been hearing is all on this album.
Well, I feel like a lot of
It's
cats, like
nothing-
they really do have albums out, but just according to how their single does, that's when it's like, all right, well, all right, now we moving, we got a buzz. Now we need to give everybody the whole project of, introduce them to our whole movement. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, like some people's movements are just better than others. Like some people put out there. I feel like all artists are really trying to introduce to people to how they flow, give people their concepts, their ideas, but some are just better than others.
All right, so we're going to leave it there. Y'all make sure to drop comments on how y'all feel about singles versus albums or vice versa. But staying with relevancy, how relevant are music videos?
I'll say for me, very relevant. I'll answer it first.
Okay.
Very relevant, but for a while, I didn't realize how relevant they were because they completely disappeared from TV. Right? Like BET ain't showing music videos. MTV, VH1 ain't showing music videos.
How did that make you realize it was more relevant though?
No, well, for a while, I thought they weren't relevant because it wasn't being showed on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like even now, while I was like, yo, music videos ain't relevant. So like 4 or 5 years ago, when I thought videos weren't relevant, I can see a video for the first time from 5 years ago. And I'm like, damn, they put out a video to that?
Exactly.
Like, damn, they were still making videos? They still making videos?
Mm-hmm.
But then fast forward to now, I realized that the views never went nowhere. They just changed platforms. So people ain't watching music videos on TV no more. They watching music videos on Vivo and YouTube.
But would you say they're not watching music videos on TV no more because there are no music videos on TV no more?
I mean, but the fact that like God's Plan is already at 1 billion views, and obviously that's a skewed example because God is like the biggest video in a long time. But I mean,
not only that, he was promoting the video itself.
Well,
like,
yeah,
if
but
you go to Drake's Instagram, like the link for the video is on his Instagram. He's telling people to go to the video,
right,
and show your act of kindness. I mean, for the people who haven't seen God's Plan, though, you got to go check that out. Though it's all about acts of kindness. And
but I would say in that situation, the music video is bigger than the song because ain't nobody talking about how dope the song is. They talking about how dope the video is. So in that example, the music video is very relevant. You know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, not only that example, other than that, because that's kind of a weird example, but there are plenty of music videos on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, like I don't know, me personally, I watch more YouTube than I watch TV. But there are plenty of videos on YouTube that got hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah, I feel like it's relevant because it all ties back into streaming. Like I don't really watch music videos anymore, but like you said, it's videos that I haven't seen that has however many millions of views, and that all ties into money being generated for that artist.
Definitely.
So I mean, I feel like it's more of a, how would I put it? Your core following is gonna obviously support everything that you do. Yeah. And then depending on how dope the video is and how much clout you have, or how much that person who watch a video clout that they have, they're gonna entice other people to watch it, and so on and so forth. And obviously, if you are in the internet age, whatever platform that you're using, whether it be YouTube or whatever the case may be, you're obviously gonna get your what is it called, like sponsored ads or whatever that kind of directs you to those videos. Yeah. So I mean, in my eyes, definitely relevant as far as streaming and money goes. As far as like personally, like watching videos at the crib, like you said, back from what we came from, I don't feel like it's relevant from what we grew up on. We grew up on the 106 in Parks and TRLs and all the different.
You grew up on those.
All right, I grew up on that. Nigga, y'all what, 2 years older than me. Like,
that's right.
You was just outside with your fast ass.
Right.
Look.
I was playing football and basketball.
And your ass will go home and watch music videos. Anyways.
I would go home.
Well, actually, I would go home and DJ.
On the box. Oh, yeah. If you didn't grow up on the box music television that you control, which was basically like a poor man's YouTube, if you really think about that.
Yeah. It was basically Bone Crossroads.
It was Bones Crossroads.
Crucial Conflict, hey.
Yeah. What was the rock group with the Little Pig, Let Me In?
I have no idea.
Oh, come on, son. Well, you didn't watch that much box then.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you was definitely being a hater.
But the reason why it's still relevant is because even before we got into this topic, we was talking about Blac Youngsta's video "Booty." We just got done talking about God's plan. So certain videos obviously take off and become what I would call a trending topic and a issue that if you don't like a current event, basically, you know what I'm saying? So you have those videos that transcend into that lane, which is usually like bigger artists or artists that have bigger songs. And then that kind of leads you down a rabbit hole, honestly, because once you start watching music videos, more music videos pop up, and
if you like that, you might like this.
you might be watching videos for the next 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just different for me. Like I said, I don't feel like it's as all right. So D Money didn't watch 106 & Park and stuff like that, but let's take a baller like Hugh Holla, like. You know what I'm saying? You may have a DVD player in your car or in your headrest or whatever. And music videos.
Was that shade?
Oh, that was props.
No, I'm just saying that's a different way of intaking music videos. You wasn't watching it on 106 & Park.
My last whip had the TV in it,
I'm saying,
and I used to watch all my music videos in the car.
That was a social thing. If you was getting money, you was getting bread, you had the Mercedes with the TV and the headrest, and you was watching music videos. That's what I'm saying. It was more popular back then. Now you don't see that as much as back in the day.
Yeah, this is true.
Facts.
That's like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Facts. Hey,
Mercedes with the TV.
Hey, we got to pause his face when he said, facts. That was me. Riding the forum with the TVs.
Hey, but I mean, all right, look. When we're saying that there's no more music videos on TV, like, is that true? Because I mean, there is music videos on TV.
Not the same way that we're used to.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you got to seek it out now.
Yeah, definitely.
But even if you want to watch it on YouTube or any other platform, you're still doing the same thing. You're seeking out the videos. A lot of times when you're on YouTube looking at videos, you're typing in that specific video that you're hoping that there's a music video to it.
Yeah.
You know, and you're watching it that way. A lot of times just like some like album cover art or something, you just listening to the soundtrack.
Honestly, nowadays people make more videos for more tracks off the album than ever before, honestly.
I mean, it's so much easier to make a video now.
Look at people like Beyonce or whatever, they do a video for every track on the album. You know
That's probably right. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I mean, I believe that you're right. Because nowadays it's like everybody has a camera. Everybody is capable of like recording.
You can shoot a whole music video off your iPhone.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't do it off the iPhone, but
people have.
I mean,
a lot more
good
people
videos at that.
Like nowadays, you can shoot a 4K video with a DSLR camera. You can just walk around with one of those and shoot an entire dope video, and you got the access to like whatever the software is that everybody's using, and you can make the video look dope. You can add your color, add your sound. Your effects, everything to it. Right. But if you want to watch a video, you could tune into Music Choice, because I'll let Music Choice sometimes just play in the background at the crib. Yeah. And oftentimes I don't realize, because there's no TRL or no whatever you call this shit, fucking basement or whatever. You know,
Rap City,
Cetus World,
Rap City. No 106 in Park.
Cetus World.
Hey, there's no 106 in Park.
What was old dude's name? Hits.
Yeah. It was hilarious though, man.
Yeah,
I used to watch it just because of it.
That. Shout out to my girl.
Musa Moo.
Hey,
Rachel.
Shout out to my girl. Shout out to my girl Rachel. Forget what they talking about. Shout out to my girl Rachel.
Hey, yo, y'all showing your
Rhythms.
age with that one though. You know Musa Moo.
Oh my god.
Musa Moo was dope.
I'm on my Rachel tip, son.
Let us know how y'all feel about music videos. How about that?
Okay, all right. We leave it at that.
So how y'all feel about going platinum? Does going platinum and record sales still matter?
Yes.
100%.
You think so?
Absolutely. Because
in what aspect?
Nobody cares about going platinum until they going platinum. And then the first thing they gonna tell you is that they went platinum.
Okay, but from the artist's perspective, but from a consumer's perspective, do you think it matters?
Perspective, I mean, I still think it matters from a consumer perspective, but just in the art of fandom, like your core fans that get you to platinum, sometimes once you get there, they kind of get off of you because they just feel like you just
too mainstream.
You just got too mainstream.
They're the only ones that know about you now.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, like as far as fandom, platinum can be a bad thing, but as far as artist wise, they never care about recognition until they get the recognition. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's very important as far as, and it takes you to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Because now, as much as people want to be artists and let people enjoy their creativity, They're trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
And that's exactly
and
where
the
I was
key
gonna
element
go
of
with
getting paid, you know what I'm saying, as far as the music game is going platinum. So like that's always going to be important. That's always going to be relevant.
That's exactly where I was gonna go with it. I mean, if you're an artist, I mean, I'm trying to go diamond. You know, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm trying to do the best that I could possibly do. So I mean, it's definitely
You want to be critically acclaimed as possible, no matter how much you are trying to do something to be original and be artistic and show your creativity. You still want people to like and appreciate your stuff, and you
definitely
liked and appreciated by established.
Missing something. Man.
I mean,
what's the question? Can
Did I just do all that? You know,
I'm hearing you, but I got a specific reason for asking. What's the question?
Does going platinum and record sales still matter?
To who?
To people
to who,
or to
though?
artists?
To either way.
Either or. So to
it don't
the
matter.
consumer,
It don't matter to me. It don't matter to the consumer. If I as a consumer, if I like an artist and I rock with you, I rock with you. I don't care about how many records you sold.
But as an artist,
I ain't gonna like it less because you didn't sell as many. Like, oh, I liked it at first, but he didn't go platinum, so now I don't like it no more.
But who doesn't like being appreciated for their art?
Yeah, to the artist. So to the artist cares about it though. Yeah. But that's an artist thing though. As a consumer, I mean, you're not an artist. So like, why do you care?
Actually, I am an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit too.
Okay.
But I feel like it does matter to the consumer as well. I mean, initially it doesn't. If you fuck with somebody, you fuck with somebody. But the bigger they get and they grow, you feel like you grew with them. So once they do,
or you help them get to that point.
Yeah. So once they do reach that platinum status, it's like, damn, I was fucking with him when he only had 30,000
To me,
views.
sometimes that's a bad thing. Because there's people that I used to rock with until like I felt like everybody else knew about them, and like now, ticket prices went up, and,
right.
Like everybody on them, and he's going commercial and all this, and it's like, well, it's just kind of not the same no more. It kind of fell off to me.
You find somebody new to
but
do.
I'm glad that you went platinum. though. Congratulations to you, but to me, like personally, that's a bad thing from the consumer's perspective.
That's some hater shit.
It's not some hater shit because it's common.
Natural.
I mean, I feel it, but my whole thing is no one does anything to not be recognized or feel like they're appreciated. So I mean, at some points, yeah, I feel you. I feel you but once everybody else get on, I'm not like, damn, I'm not fucking with Cuz no more because
he commercial. I don't fuck with people because they commercial.
I mean, I feel like that only if their music changes. You know
Oftentimes that happens.
Yeah. But because I got artists that I don't specifically be like, yo, I ain't fucking with them because they big. But as a result of them getting big and whatever happens, I find myself being less interested in him. Like, yeah, I just like dude when he first came out and he was just nobody.
Right.
See, but I think that's even changing. More real. I think that's changing on now too, because what happened was in past years, people would do that, whatever they build, they following, they basically have that sound or that niche that they find that you fuck with or that they're known for, and when they get signed, the record label kind of puts them into their algorithm or whatever the fuck they got to make them larger than life. You know what I'm saying? So then they get out of doing what they're used to doing. That's how it used to be. Now it's more so you get a lot of what that person does, period. Yeah. And then the record labels partner with them
as far as
put out more music.
Oversaturation?
They're oversaturated, but I don't feel like I feel like before the music, once they got put on, the music changed because they went into the label system. Versus now, the labels are looking for who's hot, what they do, what niche they got, and they're gonna want to capitalize off of whatever that is. So you either get an oversaturation of whatever it is that they do, or you get a slower output of what they do.
But at the same time, labels understand how to.
They did.
You
giving the labels a lot
of credit
right
they
now.
Still do though. Like they know how to market stuff on a mass scale. You know
on a mass scale, but I don't feel like
that's kind of. But then like you get into a position to where you have artists that put out a song that's marketable, right? Yeah. And then now, rather than doing what they're supposed to be doing, what their core fan base
for them in the first place
about them, right? Yeah. Rather than like continue doing that, now they're catering more to the labels and what does the label want? Like what's marketable and what's gonna keep on selling. In order for me to keep on getting the type of recognitions that I've been getting when when labels recognize me, and that's when the music starts getting watered down and it just becoming unauthentic.
I mean, but from the other side of the coin, like, all right, so when you started and you was passionate about it, your budget was $30. Now, like there's $3 million on the line. That
Exactly,
you need to
exactly.
come
And
up
that's
with.
Yeah, but that's part of the problem
what the
because that's
incentive
added
is.
pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the incentive to continue to just appeal to the label because, like, yeah, you know, I mean.
But I'm saying that's how I feel like it used to be. What you're saying is how I feel like it used to be. You had to do that. You did whatever you did to get on, and then once you go into a label deal, then you have to do what the label wants. Now I feel like the labels are more so pushing people to do what they do. It's just they're either gonna oversaturate that artist or they're gonna slow them down from putting out what they want to put out when they want to put it out.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like their music is changing as much as it used to. I feel like if you get whoever, like a Her or a Bryson Tiller or, you know what I'm saying, like a Kendrick Lamar or whatever, they're gonna stick to whatever it is that they did.
But the issue is, if I'm understanding you correctly, the issue is, all right, well, damn, how much more Bryson Tiller can we fucking take?
Exactly. They're either going to shove Bryson Tiller down your throat or they're going to hold them back. All right, cool. Make this album, put it out, and then you can't release anything. You can't be featured on anything for a certain amount of time. They're either going to do one or two things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like the music doesn't change anymore. It's just they either oversaturate you with that artist or they hold that artist back from being them. Like right now, a perfect example is Lil Uzi Vert. He is a poppin' artist who does his lane, but I feel like the label holds him back from putting out as much music as he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
As far as a Blac Youngsta or whoever who's mostly, for the most part, what was it called when you're not signed? Independent. Where they put out as much music, or you have like Amigos who have a partnership and who has a parent label who takes care of them, who oversaturates. Like, man, keep putting it out. Like, go. Like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's just like, all right, well, this is the research shows that this is what people want. So
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Flood the market.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're either gonna get an oversaturation or you're gonna get the label holding you back. Like, all right, cool. Wait till your album comes out. You can't drop no more music because we want them to consume this album.
I mean, I can see that, but as far as going platinum, I still think that that's a very relevant thing because
you're going platinum because you're giving the people what they want, though.
Yeah, but it's also just
that's not being authentic as an artist to me. That's just giving the people what they want. That's doing what sells to get your numbers up. At that point, it doesn't become authentic. It becomes a numbers game.
But it's like getting your driver's license. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that at all.
If that's the case,
if you could go platinum by being authentic, great.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, if you going platinum for the sole purpose of reaching the masses to go platinum, obviously that staggers the growth of your art. But if you going platinum off the natural response of you progressing as an artist, then it's dope.
Yeah, that's
dope.
I mean,
but to me personally, I feel like it does still matter, but it shouldn't because
you should be doing what you're doing anyway.
Well, I mean, one, just to look at it from the business side of things, I mean, going platinum and going gold is a sign of how many albums you sold and who's buying albums. Mm-hmm. So now it's a combination of too much. So now, like, if you get X amount of streams, if you get X amount of video watches tied in with how many albums you sold, that means you consider platinum. Like, it's just too much for me to even hold weight to an artist going platinum. Like whenever I hear somebody like, yo, my album went platinum, and like it just came out within the last couple of years, like it don't mean nothing to me. Like, I mean, it probably should, because if they factor in streams, that means people are continuously listening to it. Yeah. As opposed to back in the day, you could have just had a dope ass marketing scheme and 1 million people went and bought your album in a week, but your album could have been trash.
Yeah.
Right. So now you got 1 million people who bought this album and it's trash, but your marketing was on point. As opposed to now, when it factors in streams, I mean, if it goes platinum based off of stream count, that means it might be pretty dope. People are continuously listening to it. But the metrics to what they use and go to platinum is just so messed up and so obscure.
Skewed down
like
from what
you like, I don't
to.
even like it. Don't even
you
mean
can't
nothing to me.
Fact checked it though. It's
Exactly. So like when you say you go platinum, I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
So I feel like this is a great segue because I kind of feel like we basically like arguing true to self. So how do y'all feel? I mean, it's a large jump. But I feel like it's a segue of staying true to self. How do y'all feel about gang culture in hip hop? Because I feel like
that is a hell of a large jump, but I'm with you.
It's staying true to self though, because there's a lot of gang affiliations in hip hop today.
A lot.
I'm
gonna go like this. I mean, gang culture,
gang
is American culture. American has always been
fascinated.
We love the the gang culture. I mean, you could even take
Professor
it back,
Money.
take it back to the Italian mafia. Like,
Where we going
America
with
has
this?
always been fascinated with that. So
Real
I'm
name
going
money.
with it like this, you know, just the America being romantic and falling in love with like the drama that the gang culture brings. It's always gonna sell. Like, people always love drama and people love a fight.
Well, I wasn't expecting that outlook, but
That's why I went with it.
Yeah.
So
How you feel about gang culture?
I'll
Kevin?
say
in hip hop.
it's very real, right? And growing up in Cali in the 90s, obviously most of the hip hop coming out of Southern California at least was about gang culture. So I'm kind of biased because I live firsthand through gang culture. So when a lot of artists were rapping about it, even though I'm removed from it, right? Like I
thought you was set tripping.
Please. I ain't from the streets, fam. I'm from North Carolina. I don't know anything about any sets, fam. Real talk. But growing up from it, I mean, I'm relatable to like Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
So like growing up in gang culture, but never being involved in gang culture.
Okay.
I can identify with it and I can relate to it. So when I listen to hip hop that's about or that's gang related, it's not anything that's out the blue to me.
Yeah.
But I will say, I always assume to a certain degree that when it comes to rap and rappers being in gang culture, I never really take them serious because I feel like people really in gang culture ain't really rapping about gang life. But there's a few artists, like I had the opportunity to vibe with one artist and I was like, nope, because he rap about that gang shit he about that gang shit. And as much as I like him as an artist, I don't want no parts of him in real life. Like, fam, I'm going to pop your CD in and listen from a safe distance because I don't even want to be associated with you because I live here. And if I'm seen with you today, they might not do nothing.
Yeah.
But if I'm walking through this mall next week, they going to be like, that's that dude who be with such and such.
Yeah.
And nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I feel like gang culture and hip hop, I feel like there's two sides to it. You got the real and you just got the affiliate of the real. So you have the real side of it of we can name names of who we know really with the shit and really about the gang culture. And then you have a bunch of people who I feel like affiliate themselves with these gangs for popularity or for sales in some aspects or for protection or for different reasons. So it's definitely real in hip hop, but I feel like everyone has their agenda with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's some real motherfuckers who came up in that shit and started rapping and then that's what they're forever tied to because that's what they really lived.
Yeah.
And I feel like other people attach themselves to it because of
it's cool
points or they may really be with the shit, but they just weren't, you know what I'm saying? They either came up young in it and then that's who they started to hang out with and by affiliation, like whole lot of gang shit, or, you know what I'm saying? Or they just needed that protection or that's who they ended up signing to. I mean, you could look at Tupac in a lot of ways. He never really claimed shit, but he was definitely caught up in the gang culture.
Is being a gang really something that you could just decide to claim? Like, yo, I claim this gang all of a sudden.
No, I mean, but that's what I'm saying, though. You can't decide to claim it, but if you running with them people and they put you on, they put you on. You know what I'm saying? If they accept you in that way, if you get put on by OG, ain't nobody gonna question the shit. But that doesn't mean it's authentic, that you came up with it, that you lived that gang life from a kid and you really put in that work, but it doesn't make you any less affiliated than a motherfucker who did, you know what I'm saying? And in the industry.
Yeah, in the industry.
In the industry.
That sounds like just trying to be like on some cool shit. Like I want to be cool. I want to be cool by being in this gang, whatever. But my understanding of being in the gang is like this is the neighborhood that you grew up in. These are like your people. These are the people who protect you and look out for you.
But that's why I said,
is your family right here.
But that's why I said gang culture in the industry, though. Because like I said, that's why I'm saying there's two sides. That's what I'm saying. There's multiple sides to it because you have motherfuckers who are really like that. Like I said, they grew up in that shit. That's their family, they daddy, they mommy, whatever. They didn't have family, and that's all they knew. And you have people who were brought to it. Like that's what they ended up getting signed into. That's what they needed protection for. That's what this, that, and the third. Whatever reason you want to insert there. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's multiple aspects of it, but it's definitely real in the hip hop industry. If you ask me,
it's super dope. But I mean, at the same time, like if that's your life and that's what you live in, you know what I'm saying. More props to you. If you just perpetrating. I'm gonna pray for you because I hope don't nothing happen to you. Don't nobody really pull you.
Yeah, well, that's gonna come to the fan eventually. So if you
all embracing gang culture because it's quote unquote cool. I ain't with that.
Yeah, nah.
At all. Like I don't, and obviously
it's nothing to play with.
Like we know artists that all of a sudden claiming this set or that set or whatever, and clearly ain't from that city, ain't from that block, ain't from that state.
Get called out on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not with it, but I know. I mean, on the same note, I know rappers semi-personally that are from the streets and from that gang shit that don't be about that in their lyrics, and I can respect that more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Then obviously, then the flip.
I mean, the biggest gripe that I hear from the streets is that the gang rap is different now than what it used to be. It was like back then, the gang rap and the OGs was really trying to tell cats like, yo, I really live this, but you don't need to be doing this. Like, I live this life, but it's not the life that you really need to be living. You need to be trying to do something else. You need to be trying to make something better of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like now a lot of the cats really are sitting up here glorifying this stuff. Like, it's really something cool, but when it's really not. Like, cats is really out here sitting in the pen or really dying from this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that goes back to what I said. I definitely feel like it's different lanes, different aspects of it, but it's definitely real in hip hop, and all I'm gonna say is if you real, then you real. If you're not, then eventually that should come to light. I'm gonna pray for you if you're not.
That's it.
I mean, but the problem is a lot of the quote unquote, I keep saying quote unquote, but a lot of the real gangsters, like, they get held back in the industry because people feel like I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when a motherfucker is for real about the shit they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And just how, as a fan, or, you know, I mean, the relationships I built with some of these rappers is because I'm a DJ, but like, I don't want no parts of them because it's real life ramifications, right? But you can imagine how much they being held back as an artist because record labels don't want to deal with that liability, or promoters don't want to deal with that liability. Like, yo, they real gangsters that got real enemies that's about this real life gang shit.
Yeah.
And on the flip, you got other, you know, worldwide stars or whatever claiming gangs with no ramifications because they who they are. I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, growing up in gang culture is crazy to me to see how commercialized it has become. But I don't know. It ain't nothing to play with for me.
Do you feel like people like pushing it in the hip hop industry is making it more commercialized, or is it just educating people?
It's always been commercialized.
It's making
like,
it commercialized.
Even from NWA, like, everybody always loved hearing all that gangster wild shit on their music. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, once you really in that shit, it's a whole different situation. Like, people ain't really trying to.
Yeah,
I mean, really trying to rock with. That
I feel like it's
that.
commercialized because when Snoop was, I mean, not that he ain't ever been popping, but when Snoop was like at his height, he was super popping. Everybody wanted to be a Crip, right? Everybody see walking in their videos and everybody doing that. Now everybody want to be a Blood. You got Game, you got YG. They at the forefront of California music to a certain degree. Now everybody want to be a Blood, and I think that. I mean, not. And when I say everybody want to be a Blood, I mean people removed from the streets for real.
Yeah,
like people who think it's just a crew thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got people in the
like
middle of America.
Cool to do.
Yeah, you got people in middle America that don't bang and ain't really about gang culture.
Like, it's really
like
really
throwing up
real
beats like on
from
Blood.
Wichita, Kansas, talking about like you a Blood and all.
Yeah, like Sue whooping and stuff like that. I mean,
it's some real active cats in Wichita, Kansas, or just all over across the country.
I mean, it's real cats.
In Kansas.
At
the
end of the day, respect to the real cats. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the ones that's really out here with that perpetrating stuff, like, I'm just gonna pray for y'all, and I just hope y'all never get caught in like no real.
Right.
I mean, I just say that to say, obviously, hip hop is influential, and within hip hop, gang culture is a thing. So gang culture is influential to hip hop. Hip hop is influential to America. So of course, it's just gonna all bleed together.
Exactly, and also 100 to the real ones that rock with us. You know what I'm saying? Period. Point blank.
Money sound like he trying to keep his past validated.
my past is good, son. Like, it's straight.
Man?
Yeah. I got an infinite pass.
So while we on a serious topic, we gonna move away from. I mean, it kind of all ties into me. Gun control. I mean, obviously, you know, we had the mass shooting here in Vegas last year. And then, I mean, what are we almost into the 3rd month of Vegas, and it's been like 12 high school shootings throughout the nation.
18, 19? I think 18.
Yeah, something crazy.
You know what the problem is? I lost track.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
So
True.
I mean, I feel like it ties into hip hop because if you know, I don't know about y'all, but I know at least 20 motherfuckers who legally or unlegally have firearms. And we definitely on the West Coast, so it's kind of like literally the Wild Wild West out here. We get to carry and all that shit.
That's right.
Versus
Shout out
where
to
I'm from
Nevada.
New York,
Yes.
New York, you know what I'm saying? If you get caught with a pistol,
Man.
that's 3 months off top, and we not talking about the bullets or if it got a body on it or all of that other.
It's crazy
you
because
get caught with a burner. Period. You going away for 3 months.
I'm not gonna say any names, but like I had one of my homeboys out of Vegas go to New York, and he thought it was gonna be okay for him to transport his firearm in his suitcase through the airport. So he go from LAS to JFK.
Yeah.
Got his firearm and his pistol, in his luggage, and as soon as he touched down in JFK, he gets arrested.
Yeah.
Just for having that firearm, because this is zero tolerance. If people don't know, it's zero tolerance for firearms in New York. You cannot walk around with your joint on you whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do it even with a CCW or anything.
Yeah.
No, but Vegas, on the other hand, is like the Wild Wild West.
I know,
You could be in a grocery store shopping with your thing on your head.
Hey, shout out my man K Player, because we done been through some shit. That's another story. But as soon as I became of age, I know I had me a semi-automatic handgun, went ahead and picked mine up. And this was before I had a CCW, which I do have now, that allows me to carry conceal. But as soon as I turned 21, I picked up a firearm. Anytime let's say I'm on my motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
I got my firearm on my side, and it's out in plain sight, because with a CCW, you got to keep it out in plain sight.
Yeah.
Without a CCW, you got to keep it out in plain sight. And in Vegas, it's completely legal.
Yeah.
You just walk around with a firearm. Like, you don't not have to be like a peace officer of any kind. All you have to do is be 21 years old, and you can get a semi-automatic handgun and keep it on your side.
So how do you feel about gun control as far as it goes with, I would say, the school system right now? Because that's the major issue. Like you said, we done had 18 mass school shootings. So basically, what I'm getting at is people are saying, a mass amount of people are saying that teachers should be allowed to.
I hate that idea.
Teachers should be allowed to carry.
I hate that.
I'll tell you what, the day teachers are able to carry guns, is the same day my daughter will be homeschooled. and that's no bullshit. I'm not with that. Like, I don't give a damn about none of that. If teachers got guns, my daughter ain't going to that school. I'm cool.
So what do you feel like? I feel that. I'm not mad at it. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying they shouldn't. But I honestly don't know what the solution is. So what would be? I'm not saying you have the answer, but what would be your suggestion as far as, because they're saying the teachers should carry guns because it's gonna take the cops an hour to respond, and then when they get there,
why is it gonna take the cops an hour to respond?
Because
they out.
No, that's not even that. No.
Here we go.
It's an exaggeration. Because
they outright tickets.
No, it's not even that. It's not even an exaggeration. I'm being very loose with time frames when I say an hour to respond, but it's mostly because obviously they're not gonna show up and run into the school. So they're gonna show up. They're gonna get outside. They're gonna put together a plan. So that's what I'm saying. By then, an hour has gone by.
Because they ain't trying to get killed.
Yeah, you can't just run into a school blindly with kids running around, and you don't know who got the gun, who don't got the gun.
They say most people get killed within the first 4 minutes of a school shooting, though.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's true too.
No matter what, it's already too late.
Yeah. So So touching on that, what do you have any insight of how you think it could be prevented? Outside of, if you came from a fucking hood like me, we had motherfucking metal detectors at schools that I know about when I was coming up.
See, that's
the
crazy.
plan, if you ask me, is straight up gun control.
Yeah.
We talk about gun control, because it's not about what they're trying to do now by raising the legal age from 18 to 21 to own a rifle. Because right now, in order to own a handgun, you gotta be 21. But anything like beyond a certain length, you could be 18. As soon as you turn 18, you can own one. And the dude in the mass shooting, he was 19 years old when it happened.
Okay.
So he had an AR-15, which he bought by himself in his own name. It was a gun that he legally owned, which is a problem, right?
So you feel like stricter gun control laws?
We need stricter gun control laws, but I don't feel what they're trying to push right now. The agenda they're trying to push is the fact that we got to raise the age. But how do you explain the shooting in Vegas in that case?
Right.
Because
Yeah,
he was a grown ass man. He was
bought
like
super
retired and
grown.
everything. He was a grown man.
He was an old man.
Yeah.
Super,
and he had
super
artillery.
So all right, so
Well, from what they told us,
ideally he's
the story they
the
gave
ideal
us.
gun owner, right? He's a grown man. He's retired, got a clean record, all of this. So I think he needs to be the person that they look at. Like, how do we identify this person out of a crowd and decide that he's going to be the person that should not be allowed to own a gun?
See, I feel like the database needs to be better because, I mean, I get it. You're allowed to buy guns or whatever, but at a certain point, you got to put a cap on it. Like, my brother, I'm looking in the system right now. You got 3 automatic rifles. You got fucking 4 handguns. You done bought fucking 20,000 bullets in the last 5 months. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
I feel like everybody should be able to see that database when you're buying weapons, and because he bought 90% of his shit legally. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you should be able to see that. When you go into the store,
somebody going to the store and looking like, hey, I need some tracer rounds. For what? What you doing with tracer rounds? You're not going to Afghanistan,
right?
Like what are you doing with tracer rounds? So when it comes to things like that, like I completely agree with you because there's a database if you want to rent an apartment. There's a database if you want to get some car insurance.
And they're looking at your full history, bro.
And they're looking at everything. You know, like I almost could not rent a home because there's like you have no renter's insurance. I mean, no renter's history.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
like,
so y'all say all that, and y'all mean to tell me that there's no record or no type of way for them to keep
it's not federally mandated for people to report what you do.
Yeah.
Right. So you could come to me and buy whatever you want, but I don't have to report that to any database.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
All they have to do is pass a background check, which is very loose at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even going into the store, they're not looking at, what I'm saying is they're not looking at how many guns you done bought in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
They're not looking at that
has
at all.
to report that.
Yeah,
right.
they're not looking at that at all. Like, if I want to go in the store and buy a rifle today, they're not looking that I just bought 6 in the last 2 months.
Exactly.
But to me, that's not going to matter, though, when it comes to these type of cases, though, because people who are looking to do this kind of violence, they're not buying, like, I need 20 guns right now. Like, these are cats who's been collecting guns over the past 10 years or so. You know, and you only need one of those rifles.
Right. You only need one.
Honestly,
you really only do. But
so I mean, overall,
I don't know. Don't ask me.
No, I mean, I agree with the fact that there needs to be some kind of database of like we need to control. Like, all right, some states already have laws to where you can only have a certain amount of bullets inside of a gun. If you got a semi-automatic handgun, you can only have like 9 bullets inside of the gun. Period.
Mm-hmm.
No more than that. So when you have like an AR-15. Or like one of these like Tommy guns that can hold 100 rounds at once.
Banana clip in that thing. Yeah.
It's like for what? What are you?
But
shooting?
at the same time, you only got 9 bullets and there's 10 people trying to shoot you. Well, then what?
So how do we? Okay, so I feel
I mean, I'm sure if that like how often is people trying to shoot you?
I don't know.
Like,
but
come on.
But that's the other side of the point. Like you don't know until you in that situation.
But
It's
how
not a
do-
movie, dog.
So I mean,
It's
I
not
feel-
a movie until it's
Like
a movie.
there's nobody shooting like that you shooting at. They counting how many shots
Hey,
you
it's
fired
not
off. Like 7, 8. Nah, he
So
done.
I feel like
It's not a movie till it's a movie.
I feel like we definitely like basically stronger gun control laws. Like it got to be that. That's for sure. That's one topic. But as far as the school shootings go, because some of these kids get guns from their parents or whatever, how do we stop that from happening in the schools?
I don't know. I just feel like there's no way to really stop anything.
I think there's no real answer to it because like I heard somebody say you cannot squeeze that toothpaste back into the tube.
No.
It's over. Like the gun's already out there. So
No,
if
but
we
I'm
try
saying, how do you stop
if we
it?
try to
How
put
do
gun
you-
control laws out there, the only people following the laws are the people who's trying to do right by the law.
Yeah, but
okay,
I'm saying, how do you stop the guns from getting into school though? Because
Metal detectors.
Yeah,
My problem
but-
with that is if I'm coming to school to shoot it up, I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker running the metal detector and go up in there and do my thing anyway.
Yeah, with my
But-
gun, with my
See, but-
big ass gun.
see, but
Yeah.
that's more of a way to, if you do that, that's like trying to rob a bank and the first thing you do is let off a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, yeah, but what? Nah, the
I mean,
motherfucker got
that's-
a AR. You don't.
That's
But
like
All you got to do is get to one classroom.
that's like Chris Rock.
True,
Don't
true,
go to
true,
club
true,
with
true.
metal detectors. Cause the dudes outside with the guns already know you don't got one. You know what I'm saying? Like so. At the
So
same time,
do we get armed security
Look,
for school?
there's no system that's going to be 100% perfect though.
I mean,
Because
I agree
even
with
if
that.
there's
I
like,
understand
let's
that,
say there's a
but-
club, you got a nightclub, right? Where they got metal detectors, they're patting people down. Or there's still guns in the club. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
They even snuck it in through the back door, through the promoter, through the DJ.
Or they did the belly thing. But no, yeah.
I understand that. I understand that, but what I'm saying is right now it's at an all-time high. It's getting crazy. Like I said, it's 18 in the last 2-3 months.
And that's the idea. I think the whatever we do, we got to try to reduce that number.
Exactly.
There's not going to be nothing that's going to be. How do we make that zero?
It's never. You never could.
But
that's
where that's the number where it need to be though. Like, because I mean,
it need to be zero.
Anything more than zero.
But I feel like
it's messed up.
Honestly, I feel like, because I mean, I forgot what they said, like Europe or something like that. Like they had mass shootings and then they changed the gun laws and it's been like zero for like years.
I think that was
Norway. Nobody got no guns.
Something like that. I don't think that's the case, but.
What you said? What?
Because nobody got guns.
No,
this is against the law.
See,
no, I think that was the case in Norway.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like they put a ban on all assault rifles or whatever you want to call it, whatever classification you want to give it. But I mean, to go with that, like he was saying, part of the issue is because guns are already out in the street.
Yeah.
But I feel like start giving these motherfuckers football numbers for being caught with them guns like you did in the black community with crack.
Drugs and crack cocaine.
Yeah. Like oh you caught with cocaine? It's cool. We'll give you a month or two for having cocaine.
I don't care how hard you are. Once you see that, you're gonna I don't want no parts of that.
But finish. But when you got crack,
when you got crack, and it's the same amount of crack, which is cocaine for the people that don't know. Now you getting 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
So just because you cook that shit up a different way, your sentence is 100 times more than it would have been. And I mean, not to digress too much, but obviously because crack was a more inner city problem. But why don't you do that same shit with guns? You know what I'm saying?
Start giving people 30 years, 50 years for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Not even shooting it, but having it. You know what I'm
so
saying?
like, yo,
I bet you people won't have it then.
So so I feel pretty strongly about gun control, right? So don't get me started too much. But there's not a fucking single reason, if you ask me, that a civilian should have an automatic weapon or a semi-automatic weapon with a bump stock on it to make it an automatic weapon. There's no reason. I don't give a fuck how many guns you need or how many pistols you have. That's cool. But why the fuck do you have an AR-15? But if you outlaw fucking automatic weapons to where a motherfucker can't kill somebody with a 100-round clip and then attach football numbers to them shits for having them because they're already out in the streets.
Just for owning it, not for killing somebody with it. Just for
owning it. If I run up in your house because XYZ, I got a warrant, and I fucking find out you got an AR-15.
Oh yeah,
motherfucker, 20 years.
Yeah,
because you have that. I bet you motherfuckers will get rid of them guns.
So
we have it then.
So we gonna end it on that. Definitely need stricter gun control laws.
Let us know what y'all think about the situation. Obviously.
And also, I'm gonna put it this way: hey, watch your fucking kids. That's with the school shootings. I feel like that's half the battle. Like, you should be knowing what the fuck your kid is doing. You should be knowing if he's fucking mentally unstable or going through some shit. Y'all gotta pay more attention to your motherfucking kids. That's
I'm
how
not
I feel.
gonna even talk about
who got kids, pay more attention to your goddamn
scripts
kids.
These motherfuckers be putting out here, the stories that they be telling, setting up these whole scenarios.
Hey, watch your
I'm just
kids.
not gonna even go there.
Beat your kids' ass if they acting out, shit like that.
Yeah, all that good cookie cutter stuff.
But yeah, this has been For the Record podcast from the ROCKSTARR DJs.
That's
Visit
right.
the ROCKSTARR DJ and his thing.
Hey, here you go. We back to regular rotation. We back to regular rotation.
ROCKSTARR DJ, you hollering, man. We out of here.
ROCKSTARR DJ K Player.
The ROCKSTARR DJ D Money. Make sure you follow us at RSDJZ, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the podcast, please.
Yes.
Tell a friend, let them know where we at, what we doing. Also, man, support us. You know what I'm saying? I'm on 975, we're out at 5 Monday through Friday, holding it down the afternoon, Saturday, 4 to 7. Shout out to Classic Jewel. Shout out to the library. Also, shout out to Club Nostalgia.
There you go. We ain't gonna shout out all that shit.
Why
Make
not?
sure.
Well, I will add
Thank
that
you.
we are available on iTunes.
There you
go.
If you got an iPhone, we are available on Google Play if you have an Android. Shout out to Android. Team Android, even though I got an iPhone, it's still Team Android. You know what I'm saying? So we on Google Play if you have an Android. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe. If you listen in any kind of way, head over to YouTube so you can comment and be a part of the discussions that we having. You know what I'm saying?
And on that note, we be back next week. We holla at y'all.
Hey.
Rockstars.
Peace.
For the record.